I thought about recording a complete video talking about the new features coming up in MONTAGE OS 3, which is due to be released sometime this summer. I'm thinking somewhere around June. But while I was at Superbooth on Saturday, Blake was recording a video for YamahaSynth.com with Mike Patrick going through the various new features and demoing them. So that's going to be a far better resource for you than listening to me witter on about something that I don't actually have in front of me. But they didn't really talk about the live set organization facility in MONTAGE OS 3, so here's a little demo. Let's start by looking at the new delete facility. So previously deleting a slot would leave a gap, but if we go to edit and job, there's this new delete and move option, which isn't a great name, but there it is. And when I use that, all the subsequent performances have moved backwards to close the gap. So now I'm going to get another performance and insert it here, which previously would have involved lots of annoying slot exchanges. So we'll just go to any performance. Let's grab our old favorite CFX Moody. And then we'll head back to the live set and switch back to the user bank. Then remember, I want to insert the performance before the init normal ANX performance there. So I'll hit shift and live set, and it suggested the first empty slot, but I don't want that. I want to insert it here. So I'll hold down shift, which changes the insertion mode from replace slot to insert before slot. And then I can either use the touch screen or I can pick a slot using the button grid over here. So once I've got the slot I want, with shift still held, I can press register and it will insert it and all the subsequent performances move up. Let's do that one more time. Let's grab another performance. Let's have CFX and Orchestra. And I want to insert it before the init normal ANX performance here. Oh look, there's PG ANX, which is the demo performance used for the PGX controllers sitting behind the montage here. So what was I doing? Ah yes, let's go back to the live set and insert CFX and Orchestra with shift live set. It suggested the first empty slot, but I want to insert it there. Hold down shift and then pick the slot I want to insert before using the touchscreen, hit register, and we're done. So unfortunately, this process is very much a two-handed job because, as you can see from this previous recording I did where I was holding the camera in my hand and trying to do everything with one hand, I wanted to insert the current performance before the CS80 ring mod pad there. So I hold down shift with one finger and then try to stretch over to select the slot that I wanted, and I just about could make it, but then I let go of shift, and when I hit register it replaced the performance, or at least the slot in the live set. So that's a little gotcha. If you accidentally let shift go, then you're in trouble. So thankfully you've still got the delete and move to be able to use there. So we'll delete that one and everything will collapse up. So let's get ready to try that again, and bear in mind that when I was doing it this time I didn't actually realize that you could use the button grid, so I was trying to stretch across to the display. So let's insert something before the CS80 ring mod. Let's have the RD73 and go back to the live set with shift and live set. It suggested the first empty slot. I want to insert it before that CS80 patch, so I'll stretch over with shift held and then hit register, and there we go, it's popped in and everything else has moved up to accommodate it. So I'll leave you with some parting shots from Superbooth. Unfortunately, I was too starstruck to think to get my camera out when Nori Ubukata, the principal sound designer for the DX7, arrived unannounced, much to everyone's surprise. But I do have some shots of the slightly bonkers Reface Robot, which automates the synth parameters for the Reface CS, and also the enormous PGX controllers, which are not functionality that we're ever going to get. They are simply a passion project built by one of the Japanese designers, where they have taken every single parameter from the ANX and FMX engines and put them into hardware. So it's one knob per parameter. These things are absolutely gigantic. If nothing else, it shows you just how much editing capability there is in those two engines. You can see on the FM panel that there are 8 separate blocks for the 8 FM operators and various bits for the common level, and then over on the ANX editor there's separate panels for each oscillator, each filter. The thing's great and fun to play with, but it's just a one-off that was built for the show. It won't be on sale, and it doesn't have any impact on the montage itself. It's simply talking to everything over MIDI. So there's no changes to Montage to accommodate that. So theoretically anyone could build one of those, given enough time and money and expertise. Anyway, I'll leave you with those shots and I'll see you next time.